Hey guys, welcome back to Woods Tiny Farm. If you're new here, my name is Marissa, and today I'm going to be working on some spring cleanup. Now I know it's still winter, it is February, but today it's 49 degrees out and I just want to get outside in the sun, put my feet on the ground. I might not wear some shoes, I don't know. Anyways, I just want to get outside, but right now it's starting to get windy and I don't know if this is going to burn off eventually, but yeah, it's really windy, so I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to hear me that well. I don't have great audio on this camera I'm using in the wind, so I'm gonna take you outside and we'll see how it goes. I think most of this video is gonna be a voiceover. It was just too windy to leave the audio on, and with my video camera setup, I just don't have great audio. The only way I can use my microphone is if I hook it up to my actual phone, and I didn't want to use my phone for this because I feel like the quality isn't as good. So anyways, here I am pruning one of our Karl Foerster grasses, and I've propagated most of these grasses myself. I have a ton of them on the side of the house, which you will see, and I just love these guys when they blow in the breeze in the summer. It's so nice, and they're easy to grow. The deer don't eat them. They're just a perfect perennial that comes back every year. So I'm out here barefoot on this February day, which seems crazy. It is in the upper 40s, which seems like really warm for this time of year, and it is. This time of year, it just fluctuates, you know. We can have like 0-degree weather, or it can be 60, 70 degrees, and you know, they say in Montana, if you don't like the weather, wait in 5 minutes. So I just thought I would take advantage of this day. I've been doing a lot of research on grounding, and if anyone here has any experience with that or any testimonies about that, I would love to hear. So I just recently ordered a grounding sheet, which you put on your bed, and it's really supposed to help. It's just supposed to help your body get into more of a healing state, kind of like what we were meant to do. We were meant to have that contact with the earth, with our feet on the ground, and sometimes that's just really hard to make happen, especially this time of year. I mean, up here in the north, it's so cold most of the winter, and I do not want to be out in the snow with my feet on the ground. So anyways, I ordered this sheet. I'm super excited to see if this works. I've been struggling a lot with headaches and just inflammation, and I'm really getting tired of it, guys. I'm getting close to 40, and yeah, I'm just really noticing my body is kind of, well, obviously not what it used to be. So I'm trying to find just natural things I can do to help my body maybe heal from some of this inflammation. I know food can also be a trigger, so I try to watch what I eat, but you know, sometimes I fail at that. I'm also curious where some of you guys are watching from. I want to kind of start to connect with my followers a little bit more, so maybe you're up here in the northern states like I am, or you're down south, or you're in another country. Anyways, maybe just pop that in the comments so I know where some of you guys are watching from. This is my Clematis, and it does so well on this east-facing wall. I trim it every spring, just all the way down to the ground pretty much. And I don't really fertilize it. I mean, it just does really well on its own. Here in Montana, it gets super hot in the summers, so I find that on this east-facing wall, it does really well because it's not getting scorched. It gets morning sun, and then by the afternoon, it's just over here in the shade. So this is probably one of my favorite perennials just because it's low maintenance, it's super pretty, and I mean, it just comes back year after year. Okay, that was a super easy section. Got that Clematis done. I'm gonna leave that in the ground until I can find something to replace it. And that grass is chopped. Let's move on to the next section. I love having these grasses around all winter. It really brings a lot of character to the backyard, but you know what? It's close enough to spring. And I just need to get them chopped off to the ground so that the new growth can come up. This particular grass is so thick right here that I think once it starts growing, I might actually pull out half of it and just propagate some more plants somewhere else. But I mean, it's only a couple years old, and it's amazing how thick these grasses get. I mean, if you were looking to fill in an area with just a lot of character and
greenery during the summer, I really suggest these. I mean, even if you get just one plant at the nursery and you can split it up super easy. I mean, it's just a super cheap option. I'm putting on my gloves for this one because this barberry can be just super fierce. It's got little thorns just like a rose. The one good thing about this bush is that the deer have left it alone. When we first planted it, they were kind of nibbling on it, but then once it got bigger, they started to just steer clear of it. Here in Montana, we have so many deer that come through, so picking perennials that they won't touch is kind of a must. Sometimes I wish my whole property was fenced in by like an 8-foot fence, but you know, that's kind of not in the cards. So yeah, picking plants that are deer resistant are kind of a must. Luckily in our garden is fenced, and so we can plant anything in there and the deer won't get to them. But you know, out here by the patio, they kind of have free reign. Here's a cell phone picture of our view in the summer down this side of our patio. And as you can see, these bushes did need to be trimmed. They were sticking way out kind of into the yard, and every time my husband would mow, he would be getting slapped with a barberry. So it's a good thing I'm out here pruning, but I cannot wait for summertime. Come February, I am just so ready for the sunshine and the green grass. The neighbors just walk by in their field. They're probably like, why is she talking to herself? This bush here is another one of my favorites. It's called a Bridal Wreath Spirea, and again, kind of same with the barberry. When it was younger, the deer would kind of nibble it just a little bit, but then now that it's super big, it doesn't matter if they munch it just a little bit because it is fully established, and so the deer can't kill this now. It's in the spring, it has a beautiful white flower that it puts off, and it smells so good. So I'm super happy that we put these around our patio. And actually, these are so big that I might try to take some cuttings and propagate new ones so that I can plant them in other places. I just find that propagating from my own plants is such a money saver so that I don't have to go buy more at the nursery. All these grasses are down to the ground now. Lulu came out to help. That's her there. She's a toy Aussie and she's 1 year old, so she loves being outside with us, but we have to tie her up because if she sees someone running on the road, she will run out to them. So anyways, finished that wall of grasses there and can't wait for that to thicken up this year. Another great deer-resistant perennial is Russian sage. I started out with just a couple plants of these, and I have propagated more and planted them in different areas. So these ones were all taken from other plants that were just spreading, and I pulled them up from the ground and tossed them over here. They smell super good in the summer, and again, I leave these all winter just for a little bit of character around the house, but now that it's getting close to spring, I'm chopping them down to the ground because these are actually all dead and nothing pops up back on these branches. So you'll want to cut your sage all the way down and then they pop up fresh in the spring. Here's the finished product of everything. I cut down all the grasses, that sage is gone. I didn't touch this burning bush. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to leave that alone. That sage is gone. I don't know what I'm doing with these. I might rip these out. These are some irises that I need to divide. And I always forget what this bush is called, but I trimmed that up. And this evergreen I trimmed because it was kind of sticking into the deck and I had never pruned it. So it's looking a lot cleaner. And I'm not going to do this side today because it's still snowy and wet and cold over here.
Don't put me on your video. Wow.
Lulu's! Come here! Lulu, come! Okay guys, that's all for today. It is getting really windy outside and a little bit chilly, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. But you know what? For a February day, I'm so happy that we got to get out, get our feet on the dirt. It felt good. So if you aren't subscribed and you like homesteading type stuff, canning, microgreens, gardening, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.